Hi, you guys. Welcome back to Unicorn Dust Designs. My name is Sammy. We do DIYs and wood signs. I always feel weird repeating that in every video, but to me, I'm like, this could be somebody's first time watching and they might want to know what my videos are about. So, anyways, you guys, this is not going to be a DIY video. Obviously, by the title. I did a recent poll on my community page. If you guys do not know what that is, it is on your YouTube. Click it up above and you can see a bunch of people posting almost like an Instagram kind of thing. You know, they could post pictures, polls, all that stuff. So make sure to check that out. But I posted a poll asking how many people would be interested in learning how to create your own YouTube channel. And I got my notes here, you guys. 66% of you guys wanted to know how you can do this. And the reason I even asked on the poll was because I get so many comments saying like, I wish I could do this, or I'm afraid, or you know, it's one of my goals to start a channel. I just don't know where to start. So I feel like it's my obligation. You know what I'm saying? My obligation. And I just, you know, I love sharing any information that I have that can possibly help you guys. I just love sharing that all with you guys. So that is what we're going to do today. This is my first time doing one of these videos. It's almost kind of like a vlog style. Is that what it's called? Video. So just get cozy, grab a notebook so you can write some things down, set aside some you time for this video so you can really like take it all in. I'm going to try and keep it as organized as possible, but I might jump because I've never done a video like this. So if that is what you're wanting to watch, if that is what you're wanting to learn, then all right, you guys. So let's jump into this. So I know I'm new to YouTube. Next month is going to be only 6 months for me on YouTube, but as you all have seen that have stuck around with me, I am growing fast. I am educating myself all the time, every single day on how to grow my YouTube channel. And I'm excited to share that with you guys. I want to start, and sorry if I look down, I wrote down like tons and tons of notes to try and keep myself organized. But the one thing that I want you guys to know right off the bat that I really sat down and thought, like, what are the 3 most important things that I want people to know? And one, it's deciding you're going to do it and do it. Like you have to have it in you. You have to say, this is the time and I'm going to take this opportunity and I'm going to go for it. Second thing, don't give up. You can't give up. If this is something you truly want, if this is what you want to be a career for you one day, you have to keep going no matter how long it takes. You have to keep going. And the third is you have to have fun. You have to continue to have fun while you're doing all this. I'm sure you guys have heard the quote before that if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. And it's true. It's true. You know, you guys all know that I've said many times that I have found my passion doing my crafts and my wood signs for all of you guys on YouTube. And it is truly, like, I hate to even say like it's a job or like a career. I mean, it is, but it's just because I love doing it. Like, this is like a hobby that I get to share with you guys. And like, that's pretty exciting. And the moment I stop having fun doing it or it becomes stressful for me, I won't do it anymore, because then it's a job and I want to enjoy what I'm doing all the time. So decide you're going to do it and do it. Number 2, don't give up. And 3, you got to have fun with it. Those are the 3 most important things that I thought of when thinking of creating my YouTube channel. All right. So you guys, I know a lot of you guys, and I've heard this before, you say that you're scared to start a channel, especially a DIY one, because it's oversaturated. There's so many people doing these DIYs. Like, who's going to want to watch like another DIYer, things like that. And I'm here to tell you that's not true. It's not true. We all bring something different to the table, okay? Like you guys watch my channel, you guys say all the time, I love watching your channel because you're so real and you include the real day to day in your videos. Now, for me, like you guys know I watch YouTube all the time. I feel like I am a creator that maybe the only one that I've seen that I do. I include my kids in it, my dogs in it, the realness. Like I don't cut all of that stuff out. Like, and that I think is what makes my channel different and makes, you know, people intrigued and want to stay around for my video. So there are different people you watch for different things, you know, and I want you guys to think about that. Think about, what am I going to bring to the table that's different than her or different than him, or whatever that may be, because you can't use that it's oversaturated or there's too many of us on there, so I can't do it. That's not true. We all bring something different to the table. You just have to figure out what you're going to bring to the table that is different. And we are all different in some way, you guys. And you just got to figure that out for yourself. And it might take you guys a few videos to figure that out, because I can tell you right away, I didn't know that was going to like be my thing. I didn't know you guys would love hearing my weird chatter to myself, my singing. I didn't know you would be okay with my kids interrupting me all the time or my dog jumping on my lap. Like, those are things I didn't know were going to be like a thing that people love to watch, but it is. So make sure you find what makes you different and embrace it and then go for it, okay? I wanted to take you guys around, give you guys something different to look at. All right, so I think one of the most important things in creating the YouTube channel is finding your niche. Like, what is your channel going to be about? Is it about DIYs? Is it about, you know, is it going to be about your family? Is it about painting? Or you need to hone in on what your channel is going to be about. So you need to think about that. You know, I didn't know when creating my channel if it was going to be about wood signs, if it was going to be about DIYs. It took me a couple videos to really kind of get into the groove. And then I figured out, you know, okay, I want it to be about both. I love both of the wood signs and the DIYs. So I chose to do wood sign Wednesdays, and then Monday and Friday were going to be my DIYs. But you need to find that niche because people need to know why they're coming to your channel. So there, you know, for instance, there are channels that sometimes I'll look at and, you know, I get confused because I'm like, okay, so are you doing DIYs or are you like trying to teach us about like how to homeschool the kids, or you know what I'm saying? So then I don't stick around because I I'm not looking for how to homeschool the kids or how to repair things, or you know what I'm saying? Like I want to go to a channel where I know I'm going to go see DIYs. And you know, that's why so many people start, you know, they have their DIY channel, and then a lot of people start another channel for their home living, or you know, like their home vlogs and stuff like that, because it is completely separate from your DIY niche. So you have to find that. And hold on, you need to stay consistent with it. You really need to stay consistent with it. I've tried to stay always consistent with wood signs on Wednesdays and then my DIYs on Mondays and Fridays. That way everybody knows. Sorry, I keep playing with my hair because it's down. Everybody knows that comes to my channels. If they like the DIYs, then they're most likely going to be the ones watching on Monday and Wednesdays. If they are my wood sign subscribers, they know that every Wednesday they're going to see a wood sign and they will come and drop into my channel just for Wednesday wood sign Wednesdays. You know what I'm saying? So make sure with your niche, like find out what interests you and what makes you happy, what makes you have fun. And as Catherine Manning says, I'm going to link everybody I talk about down below in my description box. She says, what value can you bring to the YouTube world? You know, you have to find out what's your value and what are you going to bring to the table when you're putting out your videos. Okay. So again, that's niche. Look it up, look it up, look it up. But basically, it is just finding out what you're going to be passionate about and what you want to share with this YouTube world. So let's move on to the next point. Dang, I might just finish my video out of here because the lighting is killing it. Kind of. Okay. Okay. Enough about me. Now about you. Okay. So I got my notes. I am like so bad at this. This is pretty bad, but you know what? It's work in progress. Okay. All right. So I think I got most of these down. Nope. I already missed one. Oh, gosh, it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. Okay. 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 Find your niche. Uh, so the next thing, you guys, is consistency. I think I've heard this word used on so many YouTube videos. A lot of, like Catherine Manning that I just brought up, I watch her all the time. She is so educational. She's great to just watch, you know, like you feel like you're interacting with her. And I've learned so much from her videos. And also another YouTuber that I watch to educate myself is Annie. I don't know if it's Annie Dubé or Annie Dube. I think it's Dubé. And I watch her as well, and she's super informative. But the word I hear throughout so many channels is consistency. That, I think, couldn't be more true. Consistency is key when you are starting a YouTube channel. I have so many people, you know, ask like, hey, you know, like you're doing very well. Can you take a look at my YouTube channel and, you know, let me know what I could be doing different? And majority of the time, the first thing I see is that they're super inconsistent with posting videos. There will be a video that came out 3 months ago, and then it'll be like a month and a half ago, and then there will be like 2 in 1 week. That isn't going to bring people to your channel, because people want consistency. They want to look forward to something. So me, for example, I've chosen to do videos Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That is what works for me, and I can always change that down the road if I get like super busy or something. You know, I'm also a mom, I'm a wife, you know, all that stuff that, like, it doesn't always have to stay that way. I could change it, you know, later. But I strongly believe that the consistency has helped me, because people know that they're going to be getting a DIY video from me. They know every Wednesday that they're going to be getting a wood sign video from me. And I'm bringing to the table too, every last Wednesday of the month, I'm going to have a Q&A live on my YouTube, so people will know that and they'll look forward to it. If they have questions or they want to know something, like, they know that they'll have that to look forward to. Now, you don't have to post 3 videos a week to be successful on YouTube. Not at all. You have to set realistic goals. I have a little one right there. You have to set realistic goals for your you need to put clothes on, dude. I'm filming. Thank you. Hi, I'm a mom. You need to set realistic goals for yourself. What works for you? Because what may work for me may not work for you. So I want to give you an example. Crafted by Corey. Her and I met off of a Heidi Sambo challenge, and we started our channels around the same time. I think like a few weeks short of each other. But I met her through there, and now we've become really good friends. We lean on each other for so much. But she only posts on Fridays. She works full time, and what was her realistic posting schedule was once a week and it's on Fridays. And she chose Fridays because she knows Heidi Stumble does her challenges once a month on Fridays. So even though she only posts once a day, she was right behind me getting monetized, and she is growing as well as I am. And she didn't have to post 3 a day or 3 a week. She didn't have to post 5 a week. Like, she's only posting one video, but you know what? She's being consistent. She posts every Friday and she puts out killer content, and her viewers know that. And guess what? They probably get even more excited because she only posts once a week, that you know those videos are going to be watched by all of her subscribers when that Friday comes. So you just have to be realistic and find out what works for you. If that's 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and try and be consistent on the days, you know. So choose. Don't say I'm going to post 3 times a week and maybe Monday, maybe Sunday, maybe. Set those goals. Figure out when is practical for you to post. And it's also a good thing to be consistent with what time you post. And if you want another video on that, there's a whole thing of analytics, and you can view when your subscribers are watching your videos. That will help you as well. Okay, so yay! All right, now I'm really enjoying being outside, so I might not change all of this up. Okay, let's see what the fourth one is. Educate yourself. Okay, like I said, Catherine Manning, Annie. You have to make sure that you know what's going on. Don't just start a YouTube channel and know nothing about it. I watched so many YouTube channels. Even, you know, just even in the beginning of starting my YouTube, and still today, I watch them weekly, daily. I've learned about, you know, analytics. I've learned about how to use my apps. I've learned everything from watching videos on YouTube. So you need to make sure you're educating yourself. Don't be lazy. Don't just think that you're going to post one video and like get 1 million views and 1 million subscribers and that's it. Like that is so far from the truth. So you need to educate yourself on the process and how to make yourself successful. And going off of that it's not going to be easy. I think that is a lot of people's vision, maybe, that like you're gonna post like a couple of videos. So going off that it's not going to be easy, this is a full-time job, and I think that's why it took me so long to start it, because I was working nights, bartending, waitressing, managing, and I also worked weekends. And then I had my kids during the day, and at the time, you know, everybody was in school, so it's drop off, pick up, all of that stuff, play dates. And basically I had every excuse in the book for not starting one. But definitely now that I'm into it, I don't know how people like Corey that work full time also do this, but you can do it, and she's proof of that because it is a full-time job. I spend all 8 hours from the morning until my husband gets home working downstairs, creating videos, coming up with, you know, an action plan for the coming weeks, and then the editing. You know, it is so time consuming, and it really is a full-time career, and you guys have to be ready for that. You have to plan ahead. I don't want you guys to think like you're gonna post 1 or 2 videos and boom, like you're taking off. Like that's not what it's about. Like it takes a lot of practice editing. It takes, you know, educating yourself. It takes reviewing your videos to see what works, reviewing your analytics. I mean, all of that plays into that. So you need to, when you're making the decision that like you're ready to do this, you need to know that it is going to be hard work, but it is hard work that is so worth it. Like it's so worth it. I am so happy. I am so glad that I finally took this opportunity and posted my first video, and you know, now look where I'm at. Like I would have never thought. I put on my planner for like 5 months from the date I started, I wanted 1,000 subscribers and that I wanted to get monetized. I am over 18,000 subscribers and I am blown away. blown. But I couldn't have got there if I didn't work hard, if I didn't educate myself by watching other people on YouTube, by asking questions, by reaching out to other fellow YouTubers. I think that's all important. Now, now, a couple things. Now that we're all through that here, I want you guys to know you can start a YouTube channel from your phone. You don't have to have a desktop, a laptop. You don't need any of that. And I think that's what scared me when I first started thinking about a YouTube channel, was to be successful, you needed to have all this equipment, and you needed to know how to like work a computer and an editing app and all that stuff. Because I am not computer savvy at all. I still am not right now. But all I do, I film from my iPhone. That's what I'm on right now. I use a app within my iPhone. It is called Video Shop, and that's how I edit my videos. I will put all this information down below. Yes, Mom was fine. And I use Video Shop. I actually talked to Corey before making this video, and she uses an Android device, and she says she uses Power Director app on her phone. So I would definitely check that out if you're an Android user. Let's see, I feel like I'm saying a lot. Another thing would be, so your phone, the app, and the first thing that my husband bought me when I decided that this is what I was gonna do was a ring light like stand. I will attach mine in the comments. It has a ring light, which, you know what, I really don't use because I have pretty good lighting, but it is definitely useful, and it changes, you know, height as well. Hello. Height, and I think it was around like $50, and that was the first thing that I invested my money in when starting my YouTube channel. So I highly recommend that, because you do need something to obviously prop your phone up on, so that you can get some quality footage of creating either your DIYs or whatever it is that you want to make your channel up. So your phone, your ring light, your app, and then make sure you guys too, when you are recording on your phone, baby, yeah, okay, that's fine, babe. When you're recording on your phone, you need to make sure that you are recording horizontally, and that is because when you post to YouTube, you guys, I'm sorry, my kids are outside now. You need to make sure you're filming horizontally, because when you upload your videos to YouTube, they are in I think it's like, if you look on your camera or your editing studio, it's in ratio of 16:9. So if you have your phone placed vertically when you're recording, that's when you see like those little tiny screens and all the white on the side when you're watching YouTube videos. So make sure that your phone is placed horizontally when you're recording, okay? So some apps that you may need when starting your YouTube channel are going to be it's called YT Studio. This is going to help you track, you know, how many subscribers you have. It'll help you change your thumbnail, which is the picture that shows up before your video that says what your video is about. TubeBuddy, highly recommend TubeBuddy, especially when you're starting out, because it thoroughly like tells you, like, did you make your title long enough? Did you add your tags? Is your title in your description box? You know, it kind of like lets you know like all the things you need to add to your video to make it successful. It also tracks how many views your video has, your subscribers, all that. It's amazing. It is a paid app. It's $2.99 a month. I will try putting a link down. I will put a link down below for you. And there is one for your computer, which is, I think, $11.99, and that one you can use on your computer and your phone. I just have my phone because I wasn't at the time working on my computer at all. I was doing everything from my phone. So that one is $2.99 a month. The other one, obviously, YouTube. And then YT Tracker is awesome for when you are starting off, because it helps track your way to monetization, which if you guys did not know, to get monetized, to get the paid ads on your channel, you need 1,000 subscribers within your first year, and you need 4,000 hours of watch time. So this app, the YT tracker, it will help track that journey for you so you can keep up to date with where you're at with that. The other two apps that I use are Canva and Pixar, and I believe, I don't think I've paid for those. I think they're free. And those are the two apps that I use to create my thumbnails that you see when like you're scrolling through YouTube. That's called a thumbnail. It's your picture. It's what is gonna pull people to you. So yeah, you guys, you can do it all from your phone. You don't need a computer. You don't need a desktop. All you need is a phone, some sort of stand, and you just need a few apps. And a lot of them, you know, you don't absolutely need TubeBuddy if you don't want to pay the $2.99. And other than TubeBuddy, everything else is free. So I use Video Shop to edit, YT Studio, YouTube, YT Tracker, Canva, Pixar. I mean, and if you guys want to know like a lot about TubeBuddy, go to Annie Dubé. Again, I will link her down below because she talks a lot about TubeBuddy, and that's how I found it, was from her channel. Catherine Manning also talks about it a lot, but I think that's it, you guys. I hope that was helpful to you guys. I know I've never done one of these videos before, so I don't know how helpful it was for you. If you have more questions, comment down below. If there's things that you want me to do another video about, like, I don't know, the analytics part of it, or like how to, I don't know. Oh, one more thing. If you are starting a new YouTube channel, I think what helped me the most was joining challenges, especially if you were a DIY, I'll say DIY YouTube channel. There are people, I'm going to link her down below. I believe it's, she changed the name of her channel. And, DIYing with Anna, I believe it is. I'm going to link her down below. She posts a monthly calendar of all of the challenges that are going on YouTube. She'll post who's hosting it, what the challenge is, when the date is that this challenge is going to be, and the link to, like, if somebody posted about the challenge. So like for me, she would have like unicorndustdesigns and Crafted by Corey hosting a pumpkin challenge on, you know, October 2nd at this time. So make sure you check that out and get involved, because it introduces you to a lot of other, Everly, can you please stop, babe? It introduces you to a lot of other YouTubers. That's how Corey and I met. It will bring you new eyes on your channel. I highly recommend those. I joined so many of those challenges when I first started my video, and I really think that helped me get a lot of the subscribers that I do have. So I hope this helped. If you want to see more videos about having a successful YouTube channel, please comment down below. If you have more questions, you know, comment down below. I will try my best to answer them if I know them. And just keep in mind, I don't pretend to know everything. I've only been on YouTube for going on 6 months. So I am just trying to share with you guys what I know and what has been working for me. And I hope that they can somehow work for you. So I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and I will be back on Monday with a collab for Rustic Fall DIYs. So make sure you set that notification to all, so you catch all my videos. Sorry for all the interruptions today, and I am off. Bye-bye.